Hi there, Tom here from Gembadocs, and I'm absolutely delighted to present you with an epic monster product update for the month of June. It's a huge one. So let's dive into it. We got 7 main areas I want to talk about. First, we have a completely new feature on timing step by step, so you can put a time in for each step of your SOP. Then we have made massive improvements to the dashboard. We have made huge changes to the Kanban process. We've made some changes to the mobile app. We have made massive improvements to the approval process. We've made another improvement with AI. And our final section will be around small 2-second improvements that make a big difference. So let's dive in. So first, let's dive into the step-by-step time feature. So let's have a look at that. So this is what it looks like in all its glory. So you'll see in this example, the orange time here shows how long that step is supposed to take. And so that's how it shows on the PDF. And if you input a time for every step, we'll also give you an automatic total down here that's shown in blue for the total process. And we'll update the cycle time on the footer here and display it there. So super useful feature. This is how it looks like in step-by-step mode. So let's have a look at that. So there's our planned time. So it's a super useful feature. I really think you'll like it. And how you switch it on and get access to it, you need to go into settings. And all you have to do is go to advanced document settings and switch on add planned time per step. Switch that on, save the setting, and it's good to go. And that's available on all of our plans. So, hope you like the feature. Next, we're going to look at the improvements we've made to the dashboard. So first, we're going to start with our search improvement. So now you can search by title, by reference number, or by the text in the step descriptions. That's going to really help make the search function a lot more efficient. Next, we're going to look at our default view. So you can set the folder view as your default just by hitting that toggle there. And that means every time you log into Gembadocs, you'll see folders. You can still switch back to the SOP view, and you can untick that to make the SOP view now your standard view when you log in. We have created this new feature of bulk upload SOPs. So we have had customers that have had hundreds, and they say thousands of SOPs that they need to get into Gembadocs as pre-existing documents. So we've made that super easy now. You can just upload them in bulk from a folder. And when you do so, it'll take the title of that PDF and make it the title of your Gembadoc, which you can edit before you confirm an upload to the system. Super useful for those kind of customers. Next, we're on to our Kanban changes. The first one we've made is we've increased the character count on part numbers to 20 characters from 15. It might sound like a simple change, but it was actually really difficult. We manage so many languages in Gembadocs that space is always an issue. But the team did a great job. Now we have 20 characters. Next, we have improved the PDF of the Kanban. We've added some fold and cut lines to make it even more easy to understand for a user to know what to do with the card. And finally, on Kanbans, we've added export all the data feature from the dashboard. You can access it from the 3 dots here, export all the Kanbans, and it'll take everything and dump it into Excel for you to do with what you will. Now we've made some changes to the mobile app. First, a very simple one where we've changed the SOP view to make it easier to access the view, print and share options, just so you've got less clicks. The next one is bigger and more significant. Now you can save as draft in the SOP writing mode. So it means that when you're working on a document, you don't have to put it live until you want to. And so not everybody can access it when you're in draft. And also it won't go into the approval mode while it's in draft. Hope you find this useful. We've made some big improvements on the approval process. Namely how people can view documents at different parts of the process. So we've made it that admins can view pending documents, where they are, who's approved them, and whether anything's been rejected or not. just so they can have a good overview of the whole process. So that was a common request we were getting from users. Next, we have made it possible for a single approver to approve the document completely if that's what you want. The default is still as it was, but if you go into the approval settings, you can approve SOP on a single approver if you want to. And finally, on the approval process, we've changed the user interface slightly. We hope we've improved it, where you can go into a document, and if I want to reject it, I can just give a general reason for rejection, or I can give detailed feedback and choose the step that was problematic and give the reason for rejection. We've basically replicated what we have for the feedback feature and put it in here at your request. I hope you find it useful. AI improvement of the month. If we go into this document, I'll show you how we can AI generate cover sheets. So if you have the skills module, you have access to cover sheets. I need to edit this document. And you can choose to add a cover sheet to your document. It's a really nifty feature. But I was always frustrated personally that you would have to, if you had an existing document, you were taking a lot of time. What's the purpose? What's the objective? What's the scope? What are the materials and tools required? But now within Gemba we've made that super easy. For existing documents, the AI will go and look at it and make suggestions for those documents. So there you go. That's a suggestion for purpose. I'll use that. Here's a suggestion for objective. I'm just doing this quickly for demo. This is the scope. And we even do the tools and materials required. And the AI will do that for you, save you a bunch of time. And that's how we like to use AI at Gemba, is to make it easier for our users to do a good job and save you time. So finally, we're just going to look at our 2-second improvements. The first one I can show you here. In web, it was really frustrating the amount of clicks you'd have to do when you were working with an image. Now, instead of having to mandatorily annotate the image, you can just save it as it is. You don't have to click through it every time. Every click counts, folks. Next, we've made an improvement on security. It's a little one where some users that are really precious about their intellectual property, you can set up your security that view-only people can only see SOPs step by step in the app and web. So you can disable them from viewing and printing and sharing PDFs. And that you can access in passwords and security, disable, hit that toggle, and that'll do that for you. Next, another really simple one. So when you used to download a PDF from Gemba, it would just generate a random file name. And what we've done now is that when you download it, it'll automatically assign the title and the revision number to that PDF. There you go. Saves you time, makes it easier for you to organize things. For those of you that are using the view step by step in web, we've made this bigger on the screen so that the images are bigger and the text is bigger. It's just easier to read. Small improvement, big impact. Finally, before I get to our languages, you can now report issues in your mother tongue. So before it was only English, but now if you're non-English speaker, you can report that in your native language and we'll know what you mean and we'll be able to communicate back with you in your native tongue. So just make all that. Haitian Creole and Norwegian. We seem to have a whole new batch of customers from Norway and we're very grateful to have you, as we are for all of our customers. That's it for the June 2025 product update. We hope you get benefit and find them useful. We love serving you. We're very grateful for all your support, our amazing customers. Have a great month, guys.